Hey everybody, NeoSolid22 back again with another pickup video. I had a really good week actually. This weekend, very good to me. Actually, let's just be honest. One yard sale was really good to me, and it was actually the first one I stopped at. I've got a really good story to tell about it. I've been told by a couple other guys I tell pretty good stories, and I hope this one is going to be enjoyable. But first, let's start with my first pickup. This was off of Craigslist, I believe. I think it was a Craigslist pickup. So there's a Nintendo 64 listed. So I like to pick up 64s. I've got like 7 of them right now of the systems. But I pick them up, trying to build up my collection. It's really the one I really want to build a complete collection of. I think I'm at about 75 or 80 titles, and I know there's like 296, I believe, for the complete collection. So I think I'm going to start working on that after I finish up my Final Fantasy collection. Not certain, but it seems like the most attainable. Granted, there are a couple of titles that are really expensive for Nintendo 64, but it seems more attainable than 700 NES cards or whatever the number is, or 2000 PS2. That's just never going to happen. So let's get started. N64 lot. First off, I got just a standard gray N64, just a jumper pack, but it's got all the covers on it, so that's nice. So, pretty good. Probably be getting that off to somebody who needs it. Got a couple offers out there if somebody needs it. So, N64, 2 controllers, standard gray. Actually, the sticks are decent. This one's not great. And then a green. Great stick on that one. Feels real nice. Spring is nice. So this is a very good controller to come with this system. I'm really happy about that. I've already got a green one, so that one would go along with any system I sold. Then, sorry, I've got a lot sitting here, so I'm going to be bending over a lot. I got a bunch of games, and some of these games were doubles. Some of them, basically I got the lot for like 4 or 5 fairly common games, but it was worth it to get the lot. But obviously I've already got this one, Super Mario 64. So that came with it. I've got this one also. This is actually my copy. I replaced my copy. My copy didn't look quite as good as the one I got. So this is my copy, Mario Party. Pokemon Snap, which is also a double. Then I got Army Men, Sarge's Heroes, which I didn't have, so it was good to get that one. NBA Courtside 2, sports game. Who cares, right? But I didn't have it. San Francisco Rush, obviously pretty common title, but I didn't have that one. One I really want to play. I've never played this series, and I've always heard it's pretty good. Gex 64. So the Gex series I never got a chance to play. I heard it's pretty good. And this is the one I really wanted that I've been wanting for a while. Obviously just a Mario Kart clone. Diddy Kong Racing. So I'm excited to get that one. So those are going in the collection. The other 3 are trading off, selling off. I think I got some of them sold already. But, so yeah, that's what I got with the 64 lot. I thought that was a pretty darn good deal. So I was happy to get that. And then that brings me to the yard sale. So I'll tell you a little story about this one. I was out about 7 a.m. and this was the first yard sale I hit. I walked up there and they were still kind of setting up. So I walked in there and I was like, holy crap, I see some GameCube games. I rarely see GameCube games, and when I do I usually buy them. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And I saw one that was disc only. But the box games that I got, these are not really that impressive. The Sims 2, as you can see, that was $1. The Sims, also $1. And Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, also $1. And I believe, yeah, the Sims were complete, but Lord of the Rings is not complete. But no big deal. And then there was a disc only laying there, and I turned it over. And it was Pokemon Coliseum, which is a pretty decently rare game. It's not in great shape, but it's a little scratched. If you can see, you probably won't be able to see. But I popped it in the GameCube, and the loading cutscene ran, the entering the name, playing the game a little bit, it ran. So, that's that. I'll probably trade this one off. I hate loose games, especially disc-based. So, I like to find them complete, maybe complete them, but this one I'm probably just going to trade off or sell or whatever. Just, fun to have it, basically. I know you guys know how that is. and also the yard sale. Now, this is not game related. I just thought it was really cool. They had this for $1, so I got this. It's a 300 special edition. The DVD's not actually in here, but it comes with this sweet Spartan helmet statue, so I thought, you know, I had to have that. And then inside, no DVD, of course, but it comes with these cool art cards. So, you know, kind of cool to have. I don't even know what it's worth. I couldn't find a value anywhere online, but I thought it was cool. Kind of a nice shelf piece to add to my collection room in here, which I need to do another collection video, so I'll probably do one of those pretty soon, since my collection's grown exponentially since my last one. So anyway, after I got those GameCube games, I headed out and went to a few more sales, and I just happened to drive down the same street as this sale, and it was about, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour later, and just out of the corner of my eye, I spotted gray. And you know, as a Nintendo collector, you spot gray, you think in carts. Well, I thought it was NES carts. It ended up not being NES carts, but it was Super Nintendo carts. So I went down the street, turned around real quick, ran back up there, got out, got up to the sale, got up there and saw these carts, these beautiful little gray bastards, and this. So all the carts were sitting there. There's 13 carts sitting there beside this, and it said 15 for all. And I was like, holy crap. And I was like, I've got $15 in my wallet. This is perfect. So I went up to them and I made sure that was what they meant. And they were like, yeah, I guess that's what she means. You know, she's not here, but that was what it was on there. So I was like, cool, I'll take that. Paid the 15. Got the Super NES system. Did come with the AV cables. Didn't come with the AC cable, so I went over to Game Trader 2. Charlie Shaw's still setting it up, but I contacted him, asked him if he said he had one, so I contacted him, asked him if I could come by, and he was setting up, so he said yeah. So I went by there and picked up an AC adapter for it. It's just a kind of a aftermarket. It actually goes with NES, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo to test it out, because I couldn't find my AC adapter to my Super Nintendo that I already have, which is in a little worse shape than this one actually. But anyway, it works. Fantastic. Came with 2 controllers, which also are fantastic. There's not even any like little shaky things inside, which a lot of times you'll run into, because let's face it, we all threw these controllers at the floor more than once in frustration of a game. So that was that, and then 13 games, like I said. And these games are pretty good. I mean, there's nothing really bad here. Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, which I did not have, so I was super excited to add those to the Super NES collection, which, me not having a Super NES game is not surprising. My Super NES collection, you can see it. It's right here. It's only 25 games, so it's not that big. So Super NES, if I find stuff, usually I don't have it. So then I got Tetris 2, which I didn't have. Jurassic Park Part 2, which I didn't have. The Chaos Continues. This is actually my old cart, but Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. This is my old cart. As you can see, it's in pretty rough shape. It's got a little crack there, so I replaced this cart with a newer, not a newer one, a better looking one. So this cart is a double. Then one I was really excited to get too, Battletoads Double Dragon, which is a tough to find game actually, so I was really excited to get that one. And the standard Super Mario World, of course. Then I got a copy of Super Mario Kart. I can't remember. I think I replaced my copy with the one I got because it was in a better condition. This one's got a little scrape on the label, and this is also a million seller copy, so I thought the original copy would be a better one for the collection. You probably can't tell what this is because of all the stickers, but it's Clay Fighter. So didn't have that one. Happy to get it. Really happy to get this one. Super Godzilla, which sounds horrifying, right? A Super Scope 6 cart. No Super Scope. I didn't even ask because these people, they were just selling them for somebody else, so I know they didn't have the Super Scope. Top Gear 3000. And Spider-Man, the X-Men, Arcade's Revenge, I guess is what it is. So, got that. Pretty cool. Add to collection. It's from the LJN crap show, of course. They make horrible games, but actually some of their games are okay, but pretty much all around horrible. So I got all those games and the Super Nintendo for 15 bucks. It was an awesome deal. Also at the yard sale, they had a Nintendo 64 sitting there in a box with a bunch of Xbox games. And it said 15 for all of that too. I didn't have $15, so I was like, hey, is this for sale for $15? And they're like, no, I think that's priced wrong. So I was like, well, anyway, I'm going to run to the bank. I'll be back. So they were like, okay, we're going to check on the prices. So I ran to the bank real quick, got some more money, came back, and they did. They changed the prices on me, unfortunately. So I didn't end up with the N64 from there. I saw somebody else walking away with it at one point when I finally went back at the end of the day. And I'll tell you more about that. But what they did say is give them my number, and if they, I said, hey, I'll give you this amount for all this stuff that's left. They're like, well, it's not really ours, so we have to check and see. So they were like, just write your number down and we'll give you a call. Well, I didn't hear anything yesterday. So I was like, well, I guess they must have sold it. I know they didn't call. Well, today I get a call and I get a message and I answer, and I check my message and it's like, hey, this is so-and-so. We have a bunch of that stuff left. There's a bunch of it and we'll give it all to you for $30. So I'm going to show you what I ended up getting for $30. Just because I asked, basically. Let me mention this also. Also, when I went over to see Charlie Shaw, I also got this. Hero Quest. This is a Commodore 64 cassette game. It's sealed. I'm assuming it's the original seal, even if it's not. This is so cool. I used to play this board game when I was younger, so I didn't even know there was actually a game for this. So this is very cool. Going up on the shelf as a shelf piece, because I don't even have a Commodore 64 cassette. I do have the Commodore 64 if you watch last week's, or the last pickup video, but that was just too cool to pass up. I was like, yeah, I gotta have that. So, very cool little game. If you ever play the board game, if you're ever running the board game, pick it up. It's an awesome board game. So anyway, back to the yard sale. So they said, we'll give this all to you for $30, everything. And there was some other stuff other than what I've described. First, there was one GameCube game that I decided to leave behind, and I think most of you would have agreed. NCAA Football 2004, whatever. It's complete. I'm pretty sure I might even have this already. So, got that. Then there was a box with a PlayStation 1, and God, this thing is dirty. It's, the original PS1 design. It doesn't have all the AV inputs, so it's a little later release. It looks like it had some kind of sticker on it, and it is so dirty. So very dirty. I have like 5 of these. So, whatever. They threw it in with the lot, so I was like, I'll take it. But the best part is, in that box, that had said 15 for all, and I was definitely not getting that. And since it was packaged, I couldn't just ask them to get this one game out of here. So I'll go through this. It had Tekken 3 with it, greatest hits, so that's cool, that's complete. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. I like this one because it's the white label collector's edition. That probably doesn't mean anything. I don't even know if that's worth anymore, probably not. But this... Oh yeah, also it had a disc-only Twisted Metal 2 with it. And then, this is the best part of this, it's a disc-only copy of Diablo for the PlayStation 1, which is a very difficult to find game. So I'm kind of excited to get that. Disc-only though, so I may end up selling it just to try to maybe find a complete copy at some point, but for now I'm keeping it. It's got in a sweet little GameStop case, so that's cool. And then also in the PlayStation 1 box there was a PS2 DualShock 2 controller, a PS2 memory card, which is nice to have those always, an Xbox cord, a little breakaway cable end, which I know what this goes to, I'll show you in a second, and actually an Xbox memory unit, which is cool to have. I don't have any of these, so it's cool to get that. So I got those. And then I got a big box of other stuff. Also, remember this was all $30. So I got a PS1, the white controller that goes with the PS1. Then I got a PS1 controller. Xbox AV cable. There's no Xbox system in the slot. There is no Xbox system. Just an AV cable and a bunch of controllers, which you'll see in just a second. A weird aftermarket Xbox controller. This is made by Intech, so I'll probably trade that off if anybody wants it. an aftermarket GameCube controller, which I think I know somebody who wants this, so I'm going to be trading it. It's a cool controller though. It's got turbo on it and stuff. And one of the best controller designs ever in my opinion, by the way. Alright. Controller S. Controller S. And Controller S. So 3 Xbox Controller S's, all with their breakaways, which is rare to see in my opinion. A red Xbox aftermarket controller. So again, I'll probably trade that off or maybe give away. And 2 of the Beast. 2 Dukes. 2 Duke Xbox controllers. So this one's missing the end. Guess what? You already saw it. It was in the other box for some reason. So, you know, these Duke controllers, I actually prefer this controller over the controller S because I played with this controller for so long playing Halo. So yeah, I got all those controllers in this lot. Another Xbox memory unit. And then I got a whole heaping helping of Xbox games. I got Ghost Recon Island Thunder. This one's all by itself, just in an Xbox case. So at least it's in a case. Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. Complete. One of my favorite Xbox games. It's a very cool game. It's probably not even that good of a game, but I really enjoyed it. Breakdown. Cool melee system in this game. Complete. I'm actually selling this one off to my buddy Martin from the St. Louis Retro Gamers group. He asked if he could get that, and it's a double for me, so I'm going to sell it off to him. Another game I like quite a lot, Brute Force, Complete. Doom 3, Complete. And a pretty good game, Freedom Fighters, which is also complete. This is from the makers of Hitman 2, it says, which IO Interactive, of course. So, very good. Alright, and then I got Ghost Recon 2. And I believe that one's not complete. Yeah, that one's not complete, unfortunately, but I didn't have it, so it's nice to get it. At least it's got the case art. Rainbow Six Critical Hour. Unfortunately not complete. Somebody was a Tom Clancy fan, which I really like all these games too. Rainbow Six 3. Complete. Rainbow Six Lockdown. Also, complete. One I've never heard of, but it looks kind of cool. Warpath? I don't know. It's price $19.99, which leads me to believe it was a budget title, but it's made by Microsoft. I guess it's published by Microsoft. So, I don't know. Weird. Not complete, but cool. And one that looks pretty cool. I don't know anything about it. Enclave. I remember this coming out, and it probably got bad reviews, which is why I never played it. But anyway, it looks cool. Also complete. And I got Mechasalt. Ooh, I got a receipt. Watch out, I can return this one. Not complete. Let's see how much. It was $7.99, and they bought it in 2005. So, all right, from EB Games, no less. So, yeah, that one wasn't complete. I'm going to keep the receipt for some reason. Alright. Then I got Full Spectrum Warrior in a black case, actually. I'll probably switch that out to that green case. But it is complete. This is a cool game. Kind of weird type strategy type game, really, if I remember. Then I got Scarface, The World Is Yours, which is weird. Got some weird things in it. Anyway, that's complete. So that's it. I mean, yeah, that's it. I know. This is a big lot. I really was happy to get that. So, oh crap, 2 more games. I forgot these. Narc, which is complete. And then a cool game, Time Splitters 2, which is also complete. So yeah, I was really happy to get this lot. I was really happy they called. I left my number with them just in case. I told them if they ever find anything else, just let me know. I'll buy it off of them. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And I hope to be back soon with some more finds. Thanks a lot.